was Rise in Love by Heartwurkz, and we have them here live on air for today's interview. Welcome to the show today, guys.
Hey!
Hello, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for allowing us to play such amazing music.
Yeah, we're super happy to. I'm just trying to get it out there, and we're really grateful that Project to Life reached out.
Definitely. So Project Bring Me to Life. It's So I know there's a story with that song that we just heard, but before we get into that real quick, I just wanted to ask, how would you explain your music to a new listener?
We've asked ourselves that same question. We've used the words livetronica, live electronic. Someone once told us it was like elventronica, like of the elves. And it's been referred to as like hippie pop. What would you say?
Well, the songs are all very uplifting and positive, and also very dancey, and usually they contain a substantial amount of bass to it when we play on larger speakers. But we're also doing like live instruments along with it, live vocals, and so it's sort of it's a part of this like new wave of incorporating live music into electronic dance music.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. I really, really enjoy it, and I just feel so uplifted when I hear all of you guys' music.
Yeah, that's the point. So we're stoked that you feel like that.
Awesome.
Because we do too.
Awesome. So with that song that we just heard, Rise in Love, you guys recently won a contest with that song?
Yeah, we submitted an application to this Electric Forest Festival in Michigan for this Her Forest curated event, kind of showcasing women in music. And we made a song, recorded it like on our porch, and did a little video and submitted it, and then kind of forgot about it. We just kind of put ourselves out there, and then maybe someone will reach back out, and we were one of the winners. And so we're going to go perform at Electric Forest in Michigan on the first weekend, and we're really excited.
Yeah, I believe it's June
23rd.
June? Yeah.
June 23rd is when we're playing. Yeah, and so that's a big festival with a lot of amazing musical acts that are very inspiring to us, and we've never been to that gathering or that state before, so
awesome.
East Coast.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really exciting for us. And we just got done playing at another local festival here called Lucidity Festival, which is one of our favorites, and actually where we met, which we'll get into a little bit more later. But so they've been really loving our sound, so it's really cool to start seeing support from these festivals that we're so integrated with, and we love what they bring. So we're really happy to be able to bring what we bring and contribute to that.
Yeah, I know that Electric Forest is a huge festival. I grew up in Michigan, and I lived there before I moved to Maryland, and that's definitely the biggest festival in Michigan. So it's pretty amazing that you guys are going to be there doing your uplifting music, and something I think is really cool. And I've heard of Lucidity Festival too, so definitely super, super cool that we're kind of like in the same world here, or just kind of like the same community, the spiritual community, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah, it's happening all over the world. Like as the world is getting crazier in some worse ways, I feel like there's this polarity, and that it's also getting just as better, and we just got to tip that scale.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I totally agree. How did you two first get into creating music together?
Well, Chris, why don't you speak to that?
Well, I've been making music since I was 12, and 29 now, and I've just always made music on the computer. And then when we met, I always play instruments too. But I've been producing music on the computer, and then it was at Burning Man like 3 years ago.
No, 2 years.
2 years ago. Yeah, at Burning Man 2 years ago. We just got back and we had all this inspiration. And I was like, "Hey, babe, how about, do you want to sing on a song?"
And I was like, "Yeah." See, I grew up doing musical theater and choir and, singing the whole shebang. And then I had an existential crisis at age 19, and I was like, I need to be helping people. Like, I felt like I was being selfish, so I went the whole yoga teacher training, massage, herbalism route, which is still a big part of my life, but now I've circled back around and integrated into the musical side of me, which feels pretty good. And Chris brought that out of me again. So his music is definitely so healing for the spirit.
Awesome. And so 2 years later, you guys are here still making music together. I think it's pretty awesome. When did this EP that you guys have come out?
This came out on, was it April 17th?
17th, yeah.
On a Monday, yeah. Monday, April 17th is when our Wings EP came out. And we just self-released it on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. And we just made it a pay or name your price on Bandcamp. So if you just want a free download, that's fine. If you want to donate a few bucks, that's cool too. And we're just doing it like the indie way and just trying to get it out there. Mm-hmm. But you can find it on SoundCloud to stream and then Bandcamp to download for whatever you'd like to contribute.
Cool. I know that it can be hard for musicians to go the independent route, but there is, some have major success, like Macklemore, for instance. I was just thinking about him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He, instead of getting a record label, he went the independent route because he didn't want to get like a really crappy deal or whatever.
Yeah, he actually, it's funny you mentioned him. I studied his whole, basically business plan and career path as an example of something I wanted to follow and sort of in those footsteps. And he actually, he did work with major labels, but he hired out their A&R departments actually. And so it was almost but he still had a team of 30 some odd people. And they created their own thing, and now obviously they're doing amazing. And so I feel like him and a few other artists really set the groundwork for independent artists to really reach mainstream success.
Well, and I think the main thing there is what you said about having a team. That's the only way to have success independently. And we're super blessed to have a lot of really creative friends in all different kinds of ways, musicians and artists and photographers and all different kinds of things. And when everyone can shine in their own way to make something happen is where the magic comes, I think.
So why did you guys decide to go to releasing your EP independently?
Well, I guess just because we just had the music, it's just sort of sitting on my laptop, and we were like, we need to get this out, and we don't want to go through the process of waiting maybe even a year or two more to release music that we put out year and a half ago. It's because working with labels, because I got for my solo project, I go by Ahee, and I'm working with some really amazing labels, but it does take a little bit longer. And so we just sort of wanted to get it out there so that way our friends could listen to it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And what's the biggest lesson that you've learned since releasing the EP?
The biggest lesson since April 17th. Let's see.
Putting yourself out there.
Putting yourself out there, and really, it's actually inspired me to like look at other people's music more and just be inspired by what everybody else is creating too, and really have gratitude for all the art that's coming out right now, is the lesson, and not get too wrapped up in like our own world, but see what's happening on the collective scale. Because it's really easy to get wrapped up in just doing your thing and posting your social media posts and this and that, but it's really amazing to see what everyone's up to musically for us, because that's what we like to do.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. Definitely agree. There's with Project Bring Me to Life or the Bring Me to Life Radio or whatever, we create a lot of content, and I do post a lot, but that's one thing that I would like to become more, I don't know, just looking at other content, content that other people create. I think it's important as well, to support them, and then they'll support you in turn.
Totally.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Would you guys like to introduce another song that we can play for everyone?
Sure. Do you want to do the Wings song?
Yeah, this our single off of the Wings EP is the track Wings, and they'll lift you off the ground.
Okay, one second here. Sorry, so is the Wings EP the one that I have that has the Rise in Love song, or is that a different thing?
That's a different thing.
Okay. And then, so let's see, Wings here. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought it was in the album that I had, but I'm going to get this one ready here. And you said this is called Wings. Did you want to talk a little bit more about the song while I get it ready for everybody?
Sure. Yeah, it's like...
I remember this song, Chris wrote some electronic thing to it without words, and then he's like, Ash, come in here. Like, what are we going to say over this one? I feel like this could be a good Heartwurkz track. And then we just started kind of messing around, and a really simple vocal thing came out. Wings, 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 take me off the ground. I've got wings, 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 lift me up in sound. And then basically different renditions of that throughout the song, and different chop ups and reverb that he puts on the voice. And but we like making our songs relatively simple, so by the end of the song people are like singing along to it, and that's kind of the whole point, is to get everybody involved in singing. And if it's relatively simple, and this is definitely our simplest lyrical song, people start singing, and that feels so good to sing with people.
Awesome. Perfect. That was perfect timing. I have the song ready now, and everybody take a listen. This is Wings by Heartwurkz.
Got wings, 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 take me off the ground. I've got wings,
That song was Wings by Heartwurkz, and we have them here live on air. Thank you both for joining us for this interview.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. So during the music, while the music was playing, you guys had mentioned that you live and you live on a permaculture farm. Is that correct?
Yeah, we do.
Cool. And you said you were in California?
Yeah, we are in Southern California in a town called Ojai, and we live on a community with like 25 people, and the age range is like from 8 months old to like 76. It's been around for like 35 years. We have chickens and goats in a garden, and everybody contributes what they do, and somehow it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable out here. We have like this little landscaped area in front of our front porch where we've planted blackberry bushes, and we got some Christmas lights hanging out the trees and jasmine signs, and
yeah, and it's this whole push that's happening everywhere to get off the grid, and we have a lot of work to do. We have a well house and
a solar powered well. So it's a pump that's powered by solar panels. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still on grid electricity wise, because to power one refrigerator you need a whole solar field. So we're doing our best. There's always room for growth, but it feels good to be doing it on some level.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Have you guys heard about the march that's going on in D.C.?
I've heard of a couple of them. Which one now?
I'm specifically referring to the climate change march.
Oh, yeah. We just had one here, the March for Science in Santa Barbara. We were just out that Earth Day out there.
Mm-hmm. I really appreciate seeing people doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I personally didn't know there was a march for climate change going on in D.C., but that's great to prove that it exists, because our current our current dude in office doesn't believe science.
Yeah, it's kind of silly, but I know that some of my friends from Michigan are going. I've seen his videos. His name's Nick Bryce, but he's got videos with a group of people that are creating signs and different puppets, and then I also got a community here in Maryland that invited me to go with them. Fortunately, I wasn't able to go, but I thought it's really cool that people from multiple states are joining together to go to the White House and do a march on climate change, because it is such a big topic in today's world.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and that people are mobilizing together to make change and against what seems almost impossible sometimes with the current systems in place. But I know there's so many of us who are doing what we can to create new systems that will make the old systems obsolete.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel, because like I've dove into the just the philosophical repercussions of like what's going on in America and the world right now, and I feel that the more people work together at a local community level, the more happier and like the more direct results that they're going to get on a local level. It's also really important to go for the national level as well, but I think that was sort of the success of what I may say be the not the more conservative side, is that they were really good at organizing locally, and I think we could learn from that.
Awesome. So with that, I wanted to ask, why is making music important for you guys?
It's for me, it's healing. Like I could, be in a funk, or I could, I don't know, just not be in, at my prime, and then I'll go into performing music, and like it's all that disappears within the first two songs, and I'm just like in this flow state. And I just feel like that being in that flow state, it's healthy for you. It feels great. And
it also goes back to just what's going on in the world, to get in the musical flow and express yourself, whether the music turns into a song or not, just to express is a great way to change that internal feeling from maybe a feeling of anger or frustration into passion. And I feel like change, this is in like a million meme quotes and stuff, but, the thing that change starts within, if you think about it, like when you've changed in your life, has it been because someone's told you to do something? Well, for me, personally, that's a no. If anyone's ever told me to do something, I don't usually do it. I usually change from my own volition, but through being inspired by people who by people emanating what I want to be, but in my own way. So if we can emanate our kindness and ourselves in however that may be, it will inspire others to be their true, authentic selves, and hopefully those ripples will go out forever and ever.
Brilliant. So would you guys like to play another song?
Yeah, yo.
And what song would you guys like to play?
Maybe let's play this song about how we met. The Sea. The Sea.
Okay.
Also off EP.
Excellent. So we'll go ahead and play this song, and then when we come back, we can get the story of how you guys met.
Sure. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, this is The Sea by Heartwurkz. And that was The Sea by Heartwurkz. Thank you both for sticking with us and doing this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Definitely. So you had mentioned before that this song has a story about how you both met.
Yes, it does. Well, we had a pretty funny meeting at Lucidity Festival in California 3 years ago. We met while Tipper was playing. And if you've ever heard Tipper before, he makes you speak Tipperish gibberish. And our first conversation was completely in gibberish. It went something like this. So that was nearly a moment. And then I didn't see him again. He didn't see me again until the next weekend in a totally different city, 6 hours away, for Bicycle Day weekend in San Francisco for the Alex Gray show. And I recognized, he wore these little ears at the time, and I recognized the ears. And I was like, dude, you're the dude that I met at Lucidity. And then basically we just connected at that moment, and the rest was history. We just kind of felt that when we were with each other, it was like hanging out with ourselves. It wasn't really another person. Well, it was, but it just felt way too familiar.
It's beautiful story.
Yeah, it was magic, in that moment, and we still are creating that magic every day.
Definitely. I think it's really cool how you met initially for a moment and had such a unique communication, a unique dialogue, and then you didn't see each other until you were in a whole different place, a whole different environment and moment, and you guys met again. It's like destiny.
Yeah, it felt like that, and that happens often. In the scene that we're sort of in, is that it's sort of a transient and mobile. If you ever
transient,
well, not transient, I'd say
synchronistic
and mobile, in the sense that when you go to a lot of these festival events, you end up seeing the same people over and over again, because those people are traveling to all these events, and so it's like a meeting of the tribes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely have had some experiences similar to that, but I think I just love hearing stories like that. So very cool that you guys got to meet like that, and now you're here making music together and gonna play at the
Electric Forest.
That's right. That's funny. Cool. So what keeps you guys motivated to do what you're doing?
Well, we love performing music with each other, and we just have so much fun doing it. And also, I just don't know what else I'd do with my life.
I would say for Chris, if he doesn't make music, we're traveling somewhere, if he doesn't make music for 2 days, he starts to get uncomfortable, because it's hard to explain unless you know him, but he just is music. He spent his whole childhood recording sounds on his field recorder and then making them into music, and we still use some of those sounds in the songs. And then I'm actually just finding my motivation again, because I grew up doing music, and now living with Chris is very motivating, and it's a good way to move stagnant energy for me, to make music. And we're blessed to live with quite a few musical people, so it's just in the air. After I sing, I always feel better if I'm in a funk or something. So,
well, I would say that we're blessed to be able to listen and play your guys' music. So really grateful for that.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Would you guys like to introduce the next song that we're going to play?
Sure.
Yeah, so this one is like it's an old favorite of some of our fans. It's called Pages. And particularly, we have one super fan named Harlan, who's, can you describe Harlan real quick, Dave?
He's from Brooklyn, New York, and he is an amazing caricature almost of a person. He's you know what I mean? He's just so himself, and he's been all over the world building these portals. There are these basically quasi-wave transducers and these geometric shapes that are huge, and you can sit in them and be in them, and it feels like a giant lion is purring when you're in it. He's brought him out to the burn for 15 years and all over the place. And he throws a festival called Portal to the New Earth in Joshua Tree, California, and it's a really special one.
And so he used to be a friend and he just loves this song. So
yeah. Anyways, that's Pages.
Well, we're coming up here to the end of the interview, and I want to thank you both, Ash Tree and Chris. Thank you both so much for being here with us today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our pleasure. This was so awesome to talk to you, and I've learned some things about myself through talking here, so that's cool.
Awesome. Do you have any key advice for up and coming musicians or people who are doing it and just looking for ways to stay motivated?
Well, we still feel like we're up and coming as well. So what do we do to stay motivated?
Keep reaching out to people who want to make music. Find just keep doing it. Basically, use social media as a tool, and don't get swamped out by it. Don't let it use you as the tool. Use it as a tool. I think start putting stuff out there. If you are good at computer stuff, producing and mixing and mastering, that's awesome. If you don't have that skill, find someone who is really good at it. Because if your song sounds like it's produced pretty well, I think it reads better when people want to play it.
Great. And I know you guys talked about how you're going to be playing at some festivals, but can you tell other people can you tell everybody what other plans that you have coming up this year?
So upcoming we have Portal to the New Earth, May 5th through the 8th in Joshua Tree, California, at this amazing Boulder Gardens. This little community that's been there for like 35 years or so. A small event of 250 people. It's called Portal to the New Earth, and it's really amazing. If anyone's out there and wants to come for a sweet event, this is the one.
And then also we have a couple shows here locally at the Ojai Deer Lodge. We sometimes we throw monthly here. Have different local artists out, and we'll do the Heartwurkz thing. And then obviously our show in Electric Forest, and then we're also in the process of reaching out to other people in the Midwest and East Coast, like Colorado and North Carolina right now, to potentially get some other shows, maybe Dallas and Ashland, Oregon. Those are all things that are in the works of Heartwurkz.
Yeah.
And
then we're doing One Love Experience in Lake Paris, California.
Yeah.
And then also we want to make a music video. And we're thinking we want to do it with Wings, and we're not sure totally how it's going to come together yet, but the brainstorming's started, or the heartstorming. That's a good one. And yeah, so basically how it's worked for us is when we play one gig, it usually leads to another one. It's been a little organic the way it's flowed, but we're trying to get stuff planned. It's a lot. It's hard, but I mean, it's really fun at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if there are any promoters out there listening, you enjoy us, you can always reach out to us. We respond on all the social media things. Or if you're just a fan and you want to learn more about us and follow our story and hear the music, and our Instagram, heartwurkz.com Instagram.com/heartwurkz. Yeah, we post regular content, and we have giveaways on there. We give away stickers, and we're going to be giving away some music and other fun things, and things that Ash makes, maybe some ghee.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you guys' music is on the up and up, and it's definitely music that I think has so much potential, and I'm just so grateful that we were able to get you guys on the radio.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Steel Mom. We really, really appreciate it, and thank you for seeing that. It's awesome, and I can't wait to keep in tune with your radio show to see what other awesome things you bring on.
Well, I appreciate that. And there's just one more thing before we end with the last song. But if you guys could I would like for you to each say your name and then your band name, and then you're listening to Bring Me to Life Radio. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, this is Chris from Heartwurkz, and you're listening to Bring Me to Life Radio.
Hey, this is Ash Tree from Heartwurkz, and you're listening to Bring Me to Life Radio.
That is perfect. Thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed having you on, and I encourage everybody who's listening to definitely check out their music. They have a bunch of really amazing songs, and I will continue to play them on the radio because I love them so much, and I know you all will too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's... I'll let you guys introduce this last song for everybody.
So this last song is Set You Free, and we usually use it as the finale in our live show, and we get all crazy with it. So
let it set you free!
There's a